We will now go over the personal net worth statement, beginning with Section 1, Assets. All assets must be reported at their fair market values as of the date of your statement. Assessor's assessed value for real estate, for example, is not acceptable. Assets held in trust must be included. Cash and cash equivalents. On page 1, enter the total amount of cash or cash equivalents in bank accounts, including checking, savings, money market, certificates of deposit held domestic or foreign. Provide copies of the bank statement. Retirement accounts, IRA, 401ks, 403bs, and pensions. On page 1, enter the full value minus tax and interest penalties that would apply if assets were distributed as of the date of the form. Describe the number of shares, name of securities, cost, market value, date of quotation, and total value in Section 3 on page 2. Brokerage and custodial accounts, stocks, bonds, retirement accounts. Report total value on page 1 and on page 2, Section 3. Enter the name of the security, brokerage account, retirement account, etc., the cost, market value of the asset, the date of quotation, and total value as of the date of the PNW statement. Assets held in trust. Enter the total value of the assets held in trust on page 1 and provide the names of the beneficiaries, trustees, and other information in Section 6 on page 3. Loans to shareholders and other receivables not listed. Enter amounts loaned to you from your firm, from any other business entity in which you hold an ownership interest in other receivables not listed above. Complete Section 6 on page 3. Real estate. The total value of real estate, excluding your primary residence, should be listed on page 1. In Section 4 on page 2, please list your primary residence in column 1, including the address, method of acquisition, date acquired, name or names on deed, purchase price, present fair market value, source of market valuation, names of all mortgage holders, mortgage account number and balance, equity line of credit balance, and amount of payment. List this information for all real estate held. Please ensure that this section contains all real estate owned, including rental properties, vacation properties, commercial properties, personal property leased or rented for business purposes, farm properties, and other income-producing properties, etc. Attach additional sheets as needed. Life insurance. On page 1, enter the cash surrender value of this asset. In Section 5 on page 2, enter the name of the insurance company, the face value of the policy, cash surrender value, beneficiary names, and loans on the policy. Other personal property and assets. Enter the total value of personal property and assets you own on page 1. Personal property includes motor vehicles, boats, trailers, jewelry, furniture, household goods, collectibles, clothing, and personally owned vehicles that are leased or rented to business or other individuals. In Section 6 on page 3, list these assets and enter the present value. The balance of any liabilities, whether the asset is insured, and lien or note information and terms of payments. For accounts and notes receivable, enter the total value of all monies owed to you personally, if any. This should include shareholder loans to the applicant firm, if those exist. If the asset is insured, you may be asked to provide a copy of the policy. You may also be asked to provide a copy of any lien, other business interests other than applicant firm. On page 1, enter the total value of your business investments, excluding the applicant firm. In section 7 on page 3, enter information concerning the business you hold an ownership interest in, such as sole proprietorships, partnerships, joint ventures, corporations or limited liability corporations other than the applicant firm. Do not reduce the value of these entries by any loans from the outside firm to the DBE or ACDBE applicant business.